Let's now look some of the. So we at ISI we have installed the Koha for our hostel library with the name ISI Hostel Library, and I have simply taken a screenshot of it. So you see we have, it is not clearly visible. We have 23.11.04 some version, and they have provided some details regarding what tools they are using. We have some databases called MySQL, Apache, all those things. So this is how after installation, or if we go to the demo side, this is how our tool will look, this Koha tool will look. So this is how our interface will look. This is how we will see, as I mentioned, we have two interfaces, staff interface and then OPAC. So staff interface is for us, we will do. So staff interface is for us. We will do all our editing, modifying, adding things here. This is how by default, this is how it looks. We can change it. So you can see we have different modules. So these are called modules. So these blocks that you see, these are called modules. We have circulation module, cataloging, sales, acquisition, reports, tools. This Koha administration part. Here we will change. We have this option of changing all the modules. How data is entered in our library. Suppose you have this option of, see, different libraries function differently. Suppose you want your users to, you have three classes of users. You have students, you have staff, and then you have say faculties. So suppose you want your students to return your book within 30 days, and you want your staff to return your book within 45 days, and you want your faculties that, okay, they can have the book for the whole semester, let's say 120 days. So all these kinds of configuration can be done in the report for administration. And then we have authority files, list, item search, the record that is entered there. We have the option of advanced search and patrons. So patrons are the users that are registered in their library. So we will try and register some of the users in the later part of this workshop. So this is how our this thing Koha will look. Let us look very briefly about these modules. What are these modules? We have acquisition module. So now forget everything. Think about a book arrives in your library. What exactly are you supposed to do? What will you do? The book arrives in the library, and the whole process of ordering a book, receiving a book, so all those things. How we are going to do all those things? So this is the acquisition module takes care of. So in library we follow a system. It is not like we go to Amazon and order some book and it becomes for our personal use. Since we are an institution, we follow certain procedures. So there are publishers. We have ABC publishers, lots of publishers are there. So they publish books, and they are called vendors. They supply the books. So we have to add our vendor. We have this tab of vendor management, where we can add multiple vendors from where we want to purchase our books. We have this selection and requisition. Now we will be selecting which particular item that we are looking for. We can place the order there. It is simply like Amazon. Think of it like Amazon. We have Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, and other tools. Think Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra as vendors. Okay. So now we have decided that we will go to Amazon. So we go to Amazon. That is the vendor management part. We have chosen that we are going to purchase from Amazon. That is vendor management. Then we go and select some particular, suppose you are searching for Prolongment to library classification. So we go and select that particular title. We enter our details in the system, and then we will place the order. And then we will provide, okay, the vendor has told us that they will supply the book in some 30, 40 days, 50 days, something. So we will place, we will negotiate with the vendor about the prices, the time of delivery, all sorts of some delivery fees, all those things, and all these things can be entered in purchase order. We have to have a budget for all those things. So libraries can have multiple budgets. One can be, suppose this is a university, some academician comes here and some industrialist comes here and they want to donate some amount of money to the library so that the whatever the purchases they do it for the children in the community. So you can have that particular budget, the children's budget. Then we can have the library budget. Then we can have the periodical acquisition budget. The money is coming from the different sources. Similarly, we can have the budget option. We will see all those things practically how we can do it. Now we will be doing cataloging of the resources. Now we have the book, we will enter all the bibliographic details in our cataloging part, and then alerts can be sent to the users or to the patrons. Okay, now let's look at the cataloging modules. We will create the bibliographic record. There are a lot of methods through which we can do it. One of the very easy methods is they have lots of categories of adding the bibliographic record. One of them is fast add framework. So there they have highlighted very important tags like author name, title, publisher name, all those things. So from there we can very easily catalog any book. Then we have copy cataloging. They fetch the data right from the Library of Congress or maybe IFLA, whosoever catalogs. We can simply search. If the data is cataloged there, we can simply catalog the whole record and edit it as per our requirement. Then we have authority controls. So authority controls, we can set certain standards set. Suppose you have one author who uses 3 different names. They have pen names. Like in poets we have one standard name and then we have 2-3 different pen names. So that kind of thing can be handled here. So item and holding management. Holding can be understood as reservation. That there is some book you want to that is available in the library. You want to reserve that book. Whenever that suppose that book is out for suppose that book is checked out. Somebody has reserved that book already, and you want that that book is not available right now, and next time when it is available in the library, I want to have that book. So this is the option of holding the book or reserving the book. We have big data integration and the customization. We'll discuss it. So this is how our cataloging page looks like. We have to add a mark record. These are the tags from where we can add. It is big. We have to enter a lot of data. They say that to do a proper cataloging of one particular record, one particular book, it takes very easily between 35 minutes to say an hour, because that's huge the data is. We have a circulation module where we have check-in, check-out. Check-in means the book is coming in the library. Check-out means you are reserving the book or reserving the book to the patrons. We have patron management, that is okay. All of you want to be registered in a library. There must be some sort of mechanism. So that is patron management. We have hold and request. We have already discussed it. Then we have fine management. You see, different libraries, they follow this criteria that for the first 5 days, you can have to pay 3 rupees. For the next 10 days, you have to pay 5 rupees per day. So these things can be handled here. Then we have notifications. Suppose you want to enable such a service that, let's say the book is reserved to the user for 30 days. You want the user to be notified 2 days before that the book is with you and it is due. So this thing can be handled with notifications. Then we can integrate this to our other modules. This is how our circulation page looks like. We have the option of check-in, check-out, renew the book, set library, then we have fast cataloging, hold option is there, transfer to the different library, all sorts of options we have in the circulation. Then we have serials control module. Serials are the standard terms for periodicals. Periodicals can be anything. Let's say we have India Today. It is a magazine that comes in a 15 days. It is an issue that comes in a 15 days. So all those things can be handled here in periodicals. Then our newspapers. those things, because it is a daily occurring thing. So subscribing to a newspaper, all those things can be handled here. Then we have reports module. I discussed a bit about report. We'll see what all reports we can create. And they have a big community page there. They have where they have already provided a lot of SQL queries. We can simply run those queries and generate the report for us. This is the reports tab. You see we have several options such as we have guided reports where they will help you out with this next. You have to simply choose the filters. The reports will be created, or we can create the report directly from SQL. And then these are the list of reports that are most popular. We can simply click and the report will be generated. We have the patrons module where we'll manage our users, different kind of users, what limits we need to assign to those users, all those things. We have administration module where we can set our system configuration such as loan period times, fines, circulation rules, library policies. We can manage our users. We can assign roles that okay, this is administrator or this is our students. We have patron categories. We'll create some patron categories also. Then we have cataloging rules. We can set all these rules, system preferences, report generation characteristics, system maintenance things that we want to have some sort of email notification sent to the user. All those things we can configure in our administration module. This is how our administration module looks. We will try to explore some of the aspects of administration. And then we have the tools module. Here we can import or export data. Suppose you want to save some of the data to the different module. From here we can do it. We can manipulate our data. You want to change some particular aspects of the data. This tools module facilitates that. Data maintenance, system troubleshooting. We are having some sort of issues in Koha. Don't really know what to do. This module will help you out there. Then we have batch processing. You want to suppose you have a list. Suppose you have something in Excel. You have a list of 100 books in Excel. You want to process all those books. You want to put all those books in the Koha. So we have an option for batch processing. With the help of which you will create a mark record and directly you will import all those things into Koha. So yeah, those modules is also pretty handy. This is how it looks. So one particular aspect I can see here, you can see a calendar request. So calendar option, you can configure this calendar option. You want the calendar to run from the government of that particular state government's calendar. You can set that. You want that, okay, I want my library to be open 24/7, 7 days a week. So that option is also there, that calendar option. We can configure all those details from the calendar tab. Then we have finally our OPAC module. OPAC is online public access catalog, where we have search capabilities, checking the availability of the item. By search capabilities, you are searching for, let's say, classified catalog code, CCC. So you can simply go to the interface. It's like Google-like interface. You can go and search in the bar. And if that book is available, catalog, it will show. We have item availability, whether that particular item is available in our library, where it is available, all those things. Then we have bold placement of option. You want to reserve a particular book, we already discussed this. You want to reserve a particular book, we can go and reserve there. We have accounts management of the patrons. We have access to the digital resources or the e-resources. We have the personalization option. We can create, it is not necessarily that we do, but some libraries do. They create some username and password. So they create some individual login options for different users, so that when you go login, that will show, okay, these are the books registered to you, these are the due dates, these are the fines that you need to pay, these are the books that you have placed on reserve, all those things. So all in all, we have seen, we have had a basic idea about what is Koha, what modules that are there, and what we'll be discussing about them. Then we will see how user-friendly interface they have. Um, Global popularity aspect, we discussed about it, and that's pretty much it. Now, do you have any questions on in this presentation about you're not understanding some particular, you have some questions that how this is done, what is done in this in any particular module. Sorry? Koha. I think it started in 1999 by some library in New Zealand.
It's largely 2019.
You have to specify which other software we are talking about. Right? Yes. So, Koha, first and foremost important thing is there is an open source. And it is the most popular. Why it is the most popular software tools? We will see how detailed, elaborately they have discussed each and every module that is required for a library to manage. So we have this our software called DSpace. It is an institutional repository. In India, most of the libraries, by most I mean a good percentage of the library are not using DSpace. Why? Because their work is simply handled by them. They should handle it through an institutional library. I'm telling you how robust this software is. You can manage almost all the aspects of the library management through this software. There are different softwares. If we take some particular software, then we can compare, okay, this is having this particular feature better, this is having this particular feature better. But all in all, being an open source, having a big community support, good user interface, integration with the other software platforms, all those things combined together makes it the very popular or the most popular software that is there for the library management system.